And live from SLCC Studios, my name is Read Your Bible. This is the Disney Movie Bracket Selection Show. I am here with my colleagues, Christian Guy, Tim Thousand Reasons, and Oli Trinity. And here we have our head bracketology expert, Christian Guy, to break down the Disney movie brackets to determine the greatest Disney movie of all time. Christian, take it away.
All right, people, let's just clarify one thing. We are staying away from sequels and third movies, fourth movies, etc., so we can have a variety of Disney movies into this bracket. So therefore, let's begin with the number one overall seed in the Pride Rock region. We have The Lion King, arguably the greatest Disney movie of all time. They'll be taking on the last team into the field. Alice in Wonderland comes in as an 8 seed. Moving on. The 4 seed is Mulan. It's the first princess movie into the entire bracket. They'll be taking on the 5 seed, the upstart Ratatouille. Moving down, the 3 seed, Finding Nemo. They'll be taking on the 6 seed, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Will Rawson kind of looks like a dwarf. The 2 seed, Little Mermaid, is taking on the 7 seed, Lilo and Stitch. And after this break, we'll have some analysis on the Pride Rock region.
Now, welcome back. Now, the 2 matchups I would like to highlight from this region is the Mulan and Ratatouille matchup and Finding Nemo versus Snow White. Now, look for Finding Nemo to take a jump at the last second, potentially make Snow the first princess movie to fall. And Ratatouille, landslide, not even close. Tim, what do you have to add?
Look, I'm in complete and utter shock that you would even consider ranking Alice in Wonderland in the 8th seed. There's just no good reason that I can think of for it to be rated that low. And then you have Lion King at a 1 seed. Look, you get Johnny Depp to play Mufasa and then come talk to me. I have no word. I just do not know what to say about seeding Alice in Wonderland in the 8th seed. So we're just gonna have to talk about that later. Will?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Well, after this break, we will discuss the Metroville region here after this. Welcome back to SCC Studios. As we break down this Disney movie bracket, we will be moving on to the Metroville region. And here we have our head bracketologist, Christian Guy. Christian, what do you got?
Yes, and what seemed like a very controversial run at the final number one seed, The Incredibles has taken the number 1 seed in this region due to quadrant 1 victories. They'll be taking on the 8 seed, Emperor's New Groove. That's probably a landslide. So let's move on to the 4 seed, Jungle Book Classic. They'll be taking on the 5 seed, Tarzan, which is a fan favorite. That's a matchup to watch. The 3 seed in this region is Tangled. Great movie. They'll be taking on the 6 seed, Sleeping Beauty, or you call it Maleficent, Potato. Doesn't really matter to me. The 2 seed in this region, Cars. Now, I know fans really wanted Cars to be the 1 seed, but quadrant 1 victories and box office numbers pushed Incredibles to that number 1 slot, and they'll be taking on Pocahontas as the 7 seed. Now, when we come back, we'll have some more analysis from Oli.
And welcome back. And to reemphasize what Christian said, I was one of those people who believe Cars should be a number 1 overall seed. It didn't happen. Incredible slipped them at the last second, but it is what it is. Do not be surprised to see Cars in the Final 4. Also, look for Jungle Book to give Tarzan a run for their money. Tim, got anything else?
Yeah, I don't have any major concerns about this region right off the bat, so I feel like this is a good time address one of my other concerns that I had earlier. I think that there's no reason that the 1987 film The Brave Little Toaster should not be in the bracket. I just it's hard for me to understand how that does not go in.
Is The Brave Little Toaster the movie that Terry Smith starred in?
No, Terry Smith starred in a 1976 film called The Shiny Doorknob. He played the doorknob.
That's what it was.
Boy, oh boy, isn't that right? Now, after this commercial break, we will take a look at the next region. Welcome back. I'm once again your host, Read Your Bible, and today we will be taking a look at the Castle region. Christian, what's it look like over there?
Yes, coming in at the 3 overall seed, the only princess movie to secure a number 1 spot, we have Beauty and the Beast. They will be taking on the 8 seed Fox and the Hound. Fox and Hound, that was a childhood favorite of mine. That might actually be a surprising matchup for all your viewers out there. Coming in as the 4 seed, Monsters, Inc. They will be taking on the 5 seed, Cinderella. You know what they say, it's March Madness, the glass slipper always fits. Coming in at the 3 seed, we have Wall-E. To be fair, the Quadrant 1 Victories got Wall-E this spot, but they're not. They're like the Duke of Disney movies. Nobody really likes them. They'll be taking on the upstart 6 seed, which is Hercules. Now that can upset to watch. Coming at the 2 seed in the Castle region, we have Aladdin, and they'll be taking on A Bug's Life. All in all, this region might be the most difficult one to reach Orlando for the Final Four. And after this, Oli will have some more analysis on the Castle region.
Welcome back. Now, the matchup I would love to highlight in the Castle region is Monsters, Inc. versus Cinderella. Now, I'm a big believer that Monsters, Inc. should be a 2 or maybe a 3 seed. Them dropping down to 4 kind of hurts my feeling a little bit. I do think that it'll be a tough matchup for Monsters, Inc., but I'm crossing my fingers here. And as we move on down to Wall-E, not much to see here. Sway Lee, Jerry Lee, Wall-E, doesn't matter. Hercules in a landslide, not even close.
Okay, Oli. I really just don't know what to say here. How could you possibly discredit the great film that is called Wall-E? I mean, it is an absolute spine-tingling saga about a robot. And, I just do not understand. It does not compute in my mind how you could possibly discredit this great film.
Wall-E doesn't have a spot, but that's fine. After this, we will move to our 4th and final region after this break. Welcome back. And as we take a look at this 4th and final region, the Pizza Planet region, we now go out to our correspondent, Christian Guy. Christian, what is it?
Yes, coming at the number 2 overall seed, the movie that gave Lion King the most run for its money is Toy Story. They will be taking on the 8 seed Brave, which I'm very surprised that Brave snuck into the field. Coming in at the 4 seed, we have Coco. Their Quadrant 1 and Quadrant 2 victories did not give itself an opportunity to jump up to the 3 line as most people would expect, and they have a very tough matchup in the first round when they take on the 5 seed Up. The 3 seed in this region, we have MOANA, fan favorite. I thought they did a fantastic job, and they'll be taking on the classic Peter Pan. Now, at the 2 seed, fans are going to be really surprised when I say that they didn't get a 1 seed, but the box office numbers, they just did not bump up. Frozen to the 1 line, and they'll be taking on the upstart Wreck-It Ralph, who made a late push in the regular season to capture the final spot into this tournament. Now, after this commercial break, we'll have more analysis from my colleagues, Oli and Tim.
And welcome back. Now, the matchup I'm going to be highlighting in the Pizza Planet is Coco up. It's kind of a new generation versus old generation matchup here. I do believe that Coco might have an upper hand, but we will just have to wait and see. And with this pick, I know that I might take a lot of heat from Girls Cabin 1, but don't be surprised if Wreck-It Ralph makes it to the Elite Eight. Just saying.
Well, you know, I look over this region, the Pizza Planet region, and, you know, at first I didn't think that really I had any concerns, but then it hit me. I saw him. Look, I just have a huge issue with where Peter Pan's sitting, man. You want to talk about Neverland? Peter Pan should never land in the 6th seed, and that's probably about all I have to say about that.
Thank you, Tim. And when we back, we'll be making our first round selections for the Pride Rock and Metroville regions after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Disney Movie Bracket Selection Show. And for this segment, we will be taking a look at the first side of the bracket, and we will be making our picks for who moves on to the second round. Now, the 1 and 8 matchup in the Pride Rock region: Lion King, Alice in Wonderland. This isn't close. The Lions roar into the second round.
I mean, it's the number 1 overall seed for a reason. Lion King, landslide.
I'm going to have to agree with Christian right there. Lion King, 3 touchdowns, even close.
Yeah, look, I hate to tell you boys that you're wrong, but you certainly ain't right. Because Lion King has no business in a competition with Alice in Wonderland. Look here, Hakuna Ma, not my pick, because that ain't working.
We just let anybody in here, don't we? I mean, that's ridiculous. That's whatever. Moving on to the 4 and 5 matchup in the Pride Rock region: Mulan and Tui. I don't see Mulan winning. It's going to be close. Mulan just isn't clutch in the equation. I see Ratatouille moving on to the second round.
Reed, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think Ratatouille wins with a big second half from Remy, and the Rats will move on.
Yeah, Christian, I'm just going to have to disagree with you there. I love Ratatouille. I think it's a great movie, but I know personally that most of the girls I know take Mulan without blinking twice. So I'm certainly going to take Mulan to win and go into the second round.
Not so fast. I'm going Ratatouille. The plot is untouchable. Not even Ratatouille.
And it's in France. France is fun. City of Love, exactly. Moving on to our 3 and 6 matchup: Finding Nemo and Snow White. Now, it'll be closer than everybody thinks. I think this will be a very close game, with Finding Nemo having the advantage.
Reed, I'm going to have to agree with the pick, but disagree with the margin. Finding Nemo, landslide, not close.
I also have to agree. Finding Nemo, it will be close, but Finding Nemo will find a way to come out on top late.
Yeah, I'm certainly going to have to agree with you there, Lee. You know, Finding Nemo is just a great Pixar masterpiece. They make them time and time again. Ellen DeGeneres does a great job in her role, and I'm certainly going to take Finding Nemo, move on to the second round.
All right. The last matchup in the Pride Rock region: Little Mermaid, Lilo and Stitch. I see an upset here. I don't think Ariel's legs will take her to the second round. I see Lilo and Stitch pulling this out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree. Little Mermaid, all music, Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, Part of Your World. Little Mermaid wins, but it will be close.
Christian, I'm just not picking up what you're putting down, buddy. Lilo and Stitch is a great movie. Now, I will admit, at first glance, I would say that The Little Mermaid and Lilo and Stitch were about even, but you just cannot not vote for that cute little blue devil.
Yes, again, I'm going Little Mermaid. It will be close, like others have said, but I am going Little Mermaid to pull it out late.
All right. Next region, the Metroville region. The 1-8 matchup: The Incredibles versus The Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove, probably one of my favorites. The Incredibles, though, another echelon. Incredibles, easily.
I love Emperor's New Groove. I hate that it has to go Incredibles in the first round. Incredibles is going to win. They're just too overpowering.
See, this pick right here hurts me. I feel personally that Cars should be in this position right here. Unfortunately, they're not, so I just have to make the right pick. I'm going Incredibles. It's going to be close, but Incredibles with the win.
Yeah, as much I would love to send Emperor's New Groove into the second round, I would have to agree with you here and say that Incredibles moves up.
All right, next matchup, Jungle Book, Tarzan. Two classic movies, two jungle movies. This pains me to even have to pick one of these. Two very underseeded teams. I like Tarzan. Moving on.
Yeah, Reed, I'm going to have to agree. Two of the most underseeded movies, I think, in this entire bracket. I mean, Tarzan's going to win, and they're going to have to go through the gauntlet if they want to reach Orlando for the final.
Yeah, Christian, I would agree with you there. I would say that Jungle Book and Tarzan are very close, both great movies. But the Phil Collins music in Tarzan just absolutely puts the icing on the cake.
See, not so fast. I've got Jungle Book and a close matchup with Tarzan. I think the older people will help boost this up. Their early start will determine if they win or lose. Jungle Book with the win, though.
All right. 3-6 matchup for the Metroville region. Tangled, Sleeping Beauty. Two princess movies I'm not too partial on. I got to pick one of them, though. I see Sleeping Beauty. I just think it's a better quality movie. And
False. Tank wins landslide. Not close.
I have to agree there. I'm going Tangled big as well. I think the younger kids will help boost this. Not even close. Tangled.
I 100% agree, Ali, because I would say that Tangled would certainly win here. Sleeping Beauty, don't wake up today because you just got knocked out in the first round.
I see none of y'all ever had Love's Enchanted Kiss.
Nope.
Final matchup for the Metroville region. Two-seeded Cars going up against 7 Pocahontas. I mean, this is easy. Cars should be a 1 seed anyway. They're going to Gator Springs celebrate. Cars moving on to the next round easy.
I have to agree. Cars will win easy, but Pocahontas does not get the credit it deserves. Great movie.
See, I've got Cars to win the whole thing. I'm going Cars big. Radiator Springs is a tough place to play. I'm going Cars, not even close.
Look, Pocahontas more like poking a hole in your opinion because Pocahontas is catching the dub here. Great movie.
Anyway, when we come back, we will digest the second half of this year's Disney movie bracket. Welcome back to SOCC Studios. And as we break down this second half of the bracket, we're going to start with the Pizza Planet region. Toy Story, Brave. I don't like redheads. I see Toy Story moving on. Why landslide?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Reed. Toy Story by a landslide. I don't think Brave should have gotten into the field.
I have to agree with Christian there. Toy Story, huge, not even close. 2 touchdowns.
Oli. That is just not good. Look, Brave is a great movie. Look, they're in Scotland. Scotland's a great country. I went one time. Look, Toy Story is a great movie. I get it. We got Slinky Dog, man. You got the little dinosaur. But no, man, Brave. Merida, come on now.
I just don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't agree. Let's move on to the 4 and 5. Co and Up. Now, these are another two very, very underseeded teams. It's so tough. But I see Coco moving on. I think the younger generation will pull through.
No, not going to happen. Up wins, and I think it's because of Doug. How can you not pick Doug? Up wins.
Yeah, Christian, I would definitely have to agree with you there. I would say that Up would certainly take here, so I'm going to say no to Coco, and Up, you're moving up.
I also have to agree there, man. I'm a 2000s kid. Up was one of the movies I watched growing up. It's going to be close, but I got Up.
All right, moving on to the 3 and the 6, MOANA, Peter Pan. Now, a lot of people expect this match to be close. Dwayne Johnson carries MOANA to the next.
Reed, I gotta agree. MOANA, landslide, and don't be surprised if MOANA makes it to Orlando for the Final Four.
Not so fast there. See, I am not a big MOANA fan. I do like The Rock in the performance. I love it, but I'm going Peter Pan last-second victory. Watch out for him.
Yeah, well, okay, Oli, but look, I know I made the comments about Peter Pan earlier, but that was just a disagreement on seeding. I would certainly say that MOANA would beat Peter Pan and move up into the second round.
All right, as we move on to the 2 and the 7, I know some of our analysts see Wreck-It Ralph taking this, but I just don't see the girls' side letting this slide. I see Frozen going on.
Yeah, Reed, I'm going to have to agree. Frozen, I mean, the music, the acting is terrific. Wreck-It Ralph will make this a very, very close matchup, but Frozen will pull away with a big second half.
See, once again, Christian, I'm just going to have to disagree. Look, Frozen is just flat out unrealistic. She walks miles and miles through the snow and just has on that thin dress. She needs a jacket, and she's not getting one, okay? Wreck-It Ralph is going into the second round.
I have to agree. I'm a big Wreck-It Ralph fan. I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat, like I said earlier, but Wreck-It Ralph, it's going to be close, but I'm going Wreck-It Ralph.
You got to look at the body of work. Frozen is just – it has more – it's just better. Body of work. Box office. You look at Quadron Wins. It's just a better movie. Just flat out. Not even close.
I love Wreck-It Ralph, and I think this will be the closest matchup of the Pizza Planet region. But Frozen wins.
Anyways, as we move on to our final region, the Castle region, 1-8 match, Beauty and the Beast, Fox and the Hound. You got 2 older style movies, but Beauty and the Beast, far better. I see it moving on.
See, I really want to pick the underdog right here. I really want to go with Fox and the Hound. But the girls' side of camp is not going to let Beauty and the Beast lose this early. I'm going to have to pick Beauty and the Beast.
I have to agree there. Beauty, actually, I disagree. I agree with your pick, but I think Beauty and the Beast wins huge. Fox and the Hound, that was around when Billy Ray was a young little boy. I got Beauty and the Beast huge.
Yeah, Oli, I see where you're coming from there. I would certainly take Beauty and the Beast here in this round. I do love Fox and the Hound, but you just can't argue with that cute little teacup.
As we move on to the 4 and 5 matchup, Monsters Inc., Cinderella, the slipper does not always fit. Monsters Inc. wins.
Yes, Monsters Inc., a very underseeded 4. I'll have to pick them in a landslide. Cinderella.
Not so fast there. I've got Cinderella coming in. Going to be close. I'm a big Monsters Inc. fan, but like we said earlier, Girls Cabin 2 will make a late push for Cinderella to advance to the next round.
Yeah, Oli, I would certainly agree with you there. I would say that Cinderella is certainly going to take the win here over Monsters, Inc., and here's why. Monsters, Inc. is a movie about monsters sneaking in people's beds. Y'all call that y'all call that a good movie. I call that a crime. So I'm definitely taking Cinderella in the next round.
But moving on to our 3 and 6 matchup, HERCULES. Now, my panel, Wally, but I can't see them losing this early. Wally is a good movie. You look at its body of work, its box office. I mentioned it before. I will mention it again. I think Wally takes down Hercules. It'll be close because of people like you, but Wally moves on.
Not close. Wally, Hercules is going. I can't even speak on Wally. Wally is no good. Hercules will win this matchup.
I have to agree there. Hercules, huge. This might be the biggest point differential in a 3-6 match. Even be close. Hercules.
Look, Oli, I just have to completely disagree. I just talking about Wally would certainly beat Hercules and move on to the second round. Y'all call it Wally, I call it Wall Easy
That's right. That's right. Now, for our final, Aladdin at the 2 seed, Life at the 7 seed. And I see the Bugs Life thing. I think Bugs Life is a very, very underrated movie. I think you could even take this. They could rise to the Elite Eight, maybe even the Final Four.
I love Bugs Life, really do. But that magic carpet ride will coast Aladdin to this next round.
Yeah, Christian. That's just, that is absolutely right. I can't understand why Bugs Life is even in here. I mean, what is a Bug's Life? Like 3 days? I mean, the movie's too long, so we're definitely going with the.
Not so fast there. I'm going to have to go at Bugs Life. Might be because people say I look like the centipede. I don't know. I'm going a Bugs Life push to advance them to the next round.
The voting will go live at noon on Friday. Now, here's a bracket so that you, the fans, can take a screenshot and make your own picks even. If you can send us your picks next week, your bracket might be featured in our next video. For now, this is Read Your Bible. Until next week.